Sarah Ferguson's life has often been told through extremes: fairy tale beginnings, public scandal, personal setbacks, and later attempts at reinvention. First entering the British royal spotlight through her marriage to Prince Andrew, she quickly became one of the most recognizable women in the world. Admired for her warmth and informal charm, she also became a target for relentless media attention. Over time, her story expanded beyond royal glamour into themes of emotional struggle, financial pressure, public humiliation, and survival. What emerges is not a simple rise and fall narrative, but a complicated human journey shaped by privilege, loss, scrutiny, and resilience across decades. Childhood and Family Foundations born in 1959 into an established British family, Sarah Ferguson grew up surrounded by privilege, tradition, and connections to elite social circles. Her father was closely linked to royal equestrian life, giving her early exposure to aristocratic environments. From childhood, she was comfortable around influential figures and country estates, developing confidence and energy that later defined her public image. However, her family life was not stable. Behind the appearance of security, emotional foundations were fragile, and early experiences of separation would later influence her sense of identity, relationships, and the need for approval that followed her into adulthood and public life. Adolescence and emotional disruption. At 13, Sarah's life changed dramatically when her parents divorced. Her mother relocated abroad, creating physical and emotional distance that deeply affected her sense of stability. The sudden fragmentation of her family structure left her feeling abandoned at a formative age. School performance suffered, and she struggled to maintain focus or direction. Rather than continuing in formal academic education, she moved into vocational work and entry-level roles. Although she developed independence, insecurity persisted. The experience shaped her emotional patterns, particularly sensitivity to rejection, and a strong desire for validation, which later became more visible under public scrutiny and intense media attention. Early adulthood and search for direction. In her early adult years, Sarah Ferguson worked in publishing and public relations, building a modest career outside aristocratic privilege. She was known for her sociable personality and adaptability, yet she lacked a clear long-term professional path. Financial independence was not guaranteed, and she moved between roles without lasting stability. Despite this uncertainty, her connection to elite social environments remained, keeping her within circles where royal encounters were possible. Her outgoing nature and familiarity with aristocratic life eventually brought her closer to Prince Andrew, setting the stage for a relationship that would dramatically change the course of her life. Marriage into the royal family. Sarah Ferguson married Prince Andrew in 1986 in a globally watched ceremony at Westminster Abbey. The marriage transformed her into the Duchess of York and placed her directly under international attention. Initially, the public responded positively, appreciating her relaxed demeanor and contrast to traditional royal formality. She was seen as refreshing and approachable. However, the reality of royal life involved strict expectations, constant observation, and prolonged separation from her husband due to his naval duties. Despite the glamorous image, she faced isolation, intense media scrutiny, and growing pressure to conform to an institution that demanded restraint and perfection. Public pressure and media scrutiny. As Duchess of York, Sarah Ferguson became a frequent subject of tabloid coverage. Her appearance, weight, and personal choices were heavily criticized, often in harsh and personal terms. This media treatment intensified after the birth of her children, when she experienced changes in body image that were publicly mocked. At the same time, she was raising 2 daughters while her husband spent long periods away on duty. The combination of loneliness, judgment, and responsibility created significant emotional strain. Over time, the gap between her public image and private reality widened, contributing to growing personal and marital difficulties. The 1992 scandal and fallout. A turning point in Sarah Ferguson's public life came in 1992, when photographs published in the press showed her in a compromising situation with a financial advisor. The images triggered immediate outrage and intense media coverage. The royal family responded with distance and disapproval, and her position within official circles weakened significantly. Public perception shifted rapidly from admiration to criticism. The incident became one of the defining scandals of the era, contributing to a broader period of instability within the monarchy. It marked the beginning of her long separation from royal duties and a sharp decline in her public standing. Divorce and financial struggles. Sarah Ferguson and Prince Andrew officially divorced in 1996, ending a decade-long marriage that had already effectively broken down. The financial settlement was modest compared to other royal divorces, leaving her with limited long-term security. She lost her formal royal style and most institutional support, retaining only partial association with royal life through her children. Without consistent income or official duties, she faced ongoing financial pressure. To maintain stability, she engaged in commercial work, media appearances, and endorsements. This period highlighted the contrast between public perception of royal wealth and the personal financial challenges she experienced. Life after royal separation. Following her departure from formal royal status, Sarah Ferguson navigated a complex post-royal identity. She pursued business ventures, writing projects, and media opportunities with varying levels of success. At times, she faced renewed controversy related to financial decisions and associations that attracted public criticism. Despite setbacks, she remained visible, often re-entering public life through interviews, charitable efforts, and personal storytelling. Her relationship with the royal family remained complicated but partially sustained through shared connections with her children. This phase of her life was defined by reinvention attempts, public scrutiny, and ongoing efforts to maintain relevance and financial independence. Health challenges and later reflection. In recent years, Sarah Ferguson faced serious health issues, including cancer diagnoses that required treatment and recovery. These experiences shifted public focus from past controversies to her personal resilience and medical journey. She became more openly involved in health awareness and advocacy, particularly around early detection and screening. While illness brought sympathy, it did not erase earlier controversies or financial complexities that still surrounded her public image. Her later years reflect a mixture of vulnerability and determination as she continues balancing personal recovery with public visibility, charitable involvement, and the long shadow of her earlier life experiences. Conclusion. Sarah Ferguson's life cannot be reduced to a single narrative of success or failure. It is a layered story shaped by early emotional disruption, intense public scrutiny, financial instability, and moments of personal rebuilding. Her marriage into the royal family brought visibility but also pressure that proved difficult to sustain. Scandals and setbacks altered her reputation, yet she has repeatedly reemerged in public life through resilience and reinvention. Today, she stands as a figure defined by both privilege and struggle, illustrating how fame and proximity to power do not guarantee stability, and how personal endurance can persist even under sustained public judgment.